look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I will be discussing in this reaction video, ladies and gentlemen, is how today's modern day women, black women in particular, allow their youngsters to go to school, like on first day of school, for example, dressed like 304s, not caring about how they go outside. They look just as freaky as everything else. So we're going to get into that right quick. And there's going to be a gentleman, apparently, in my opinion, he's from the alphabet community, but he also makes this same observation that many of us in the heterosexual community make. So without further ado, let me go ahead and put him on the screen for you. 1 second, y'all. Boom. I think that's the right one. Yes. All right. As I always say, let's get it.
Girl, these kids going to school looking like hoes. They look like...
One more time. Sorry.
Girl, these kids going to school looking like hoes. They look like bona fide whores. Like they just got off a pole. Yes, I said loud. Look like a hoe. I don't really know what school allow it, but all I'm seeing is pictures posted with the caption first day of school, and I thought they were saying last night was a ball. I could have...
That is 100% true because in Houston, I've said this before, there was a principal who got into a lot of trouble before because she had put a dress code on the parents, the mothers who was coming to those schools. This sounds familiar. I don't know if I said this thing before or not, but anyway, long story short, but she made the news because she said you can't come in hair bonnets, dirty flip-flops and PJs, sheer clothing, excessively skin-tight clothing, and that's what they were doing to the point where you get to see their vagina, lips, and all the other stuff was coming out when they come to pick up children. So this is nothing unusual. This is nothing new, but it's sad that it's not changing, but it is getting worse and worse and worse. So it always makes me wonder, when you are a woman, and you always say that men are predators and that men are dogs and men are no good, and that you're always in consistent danger of a black man or any type of man for that matter, of him assaulting you in some type of way. If you're thinking that about yourself, then what do you think about your daughter that may be about like 12? Cause I done seen them where they have these kids dressed up almost like 9 to 10 years old with makeup, trying to put weave in their hair. I mean, yes, don't even have a shape yet, having some leggings for 11 or 10-year-old child. You know what I mean? Or even younger. It's easy to find them doing this stuff. So I don't understand, where's your sense of motherhood? Because if you really was a mother, there should come with that a feeling of the need to protect your child. You know what I mean? So you're really putting these kids out here as bait. It's bait for these predators out here. And I'm gonna say this too. Not all men are predators. Sometimes it's you women. These women are touching on these kids too. These women are touching on these young boys and these young girls. So when you put them out there like that, you just tempting them to go ahead and continue within their own perversions. You understand what I'm saying? And yes, this is for educational purposes, YouTube.
Could have sworn they was outside hanging out with their hood rat friends, baby. They look a damn mess. All you see is ass cheek, belly buttons, and motherfucking shirts with rubber bands. Let it go. I'm not one of them hating ass motherfuckers. They be like, oh, well, they wearing all this designer to school. I would rather them be dripped out in designer than not have nothing but showing ass cheek, belly buttons, legs, and damn cleavage. And the fact that y'all dropped y'all kids off at school and y'all let them get out the car like that. Now, I'm not saying that people back in my days when we was going to school wasn't dressed like that, but I'm telling you that when they got in their mom's car, they wasn't dressed like that. We know they young, we know they teenagers, or, they want to be a little hot in the ass. But you wait till you get to the school to alter your shirts and your shorts and your hairstyle. I remember my sister getting her ass whooped because she came home with a different hairstyle. You always, see, y'all don't know the game, y'all fucking up the game. You supposed to go to school looking neat, but when you come back home, you supposed to look like a whore. Not when you go to school. It's too early to be a hoe. You be a hoe, you get more whorish between each class period. Y'all got to learn something. Y'all getting too bold.
As funny as that sounds, he is telling the absolute truth, though. They did do it like that. They'll wait till they get to the place they're going to get to, change their clothes to go be whatever they're going to be. There's women that do that that's not even in school, that cheat on their man or their husband. They'll have an extra pair of clothes in the trunk and stuff, leave the house dressed one way, and then get out to a Burger King or Walmart, go in the bathroom, whatever it is, and change their clothing in there. So what he's saying ain't too far-fetched. You know what I mean? But the fact is, why would you have to do those things? And why, as a mother, I still say that if the daddies, most of them daddies are not there. You know what I mean? Because whatever reason, she chose the wrong man. He wasn't going to be a daddy anyway. I mean, not no father anyway. But they chose to have sex with that man and to get pregnant by that man, right? So I don't understand, man, why you just don't love your children. Because that's what it comes down to. It's a lack of love. It really is. A lack of humanity, a lack of wanting to be a protective mother, which makes absolutely no sense, but it is what it is. Let me go ahead and play this other clip. Excuse me. Let's get it.
They're not going to like this, but I blame the mothers. It's the mother's fault because the mother's the one who is buying it, and she's the one who says, oh, this is cute.
Yep.
He told no lies. These girls come to school looking like they got off the pole. They have the shortest of the shortest shorts ever. They have on tights that show their behind, see-through. The crop tops might as well be a bra.
She's telling the truth. Because I forget what school in Houston I was driving by. They were getting out of school. Man, you seen a whole bunch of them young things, man, looking like they was grown women, man. But not only did they, let's take that grown women part out of it. Let's keep it real. Let's ignore the fact that they dress like grown women. Let's look at the fact that these are minors who are dressed inappropriately. Because when I saw them, man, I mean, you could see like a strippers, and the school should condemn that. The school should keep that from happening. You know what I mean? Even if the mothers, give them pushback and stuff like that, the school should say, look, you can't come get no education at this school if you're not dressed appropriately. And that lets you know just the depravity of these women that we have that are raising these children. They would rather fight for what's wrong instead of fight for what's right. They'd rather fight for what is indecent instead of fighting for what is decent. You know what I mean? And then they want to know why their daughters getting all these STDs, getting all these babies, getting pregnant, you know what I mean, having miscarriages, had abortions and stuff like that, while they in the cars of older men, sugar daddies, or they with Pookie, Ray Ray, and Nook Nook, while they they got 2 babies into the game, no proposals, no wedding rings, anything like that. You know what I mean? Just a bunch of young hoes, a bunch of young mustard-back heifers running around here. It's all about you controlling your child. You have to, it's crazy, man.
They're wearing Ethica briefs as if they are for outside. They look like they're in panties. And the crazy part about it is, imagine a child walking into school with her mother with those clothes on. That's the crazy part.
Not only is that the crazy part, imagine a child walking into the school and she's dressed like the mother. The mother is dressed like the child, because that happens too. It's not just the mother drops them off looking whorish. Sometimes the mother looks whorish as she drops the daughter off. Okay? We got to consider all these factors, man. It's a sad day, man, in the black community.
That's the crazy part. You'll see a young girl walking to school looking like what he described with her mother right next to her. It's the mother's fault.
Yes, it is. I've been saying that for a long time. People get tired of me saying it. Hey, Mr. Hill, you mean, Mr. Hill, why you say these things? Mr. Hill, you must, hey, wait a minute, what's wrong with you? No, I just tell y'all the truth. And I back up everything I say with visual receipts, statistical data. You can't say I'm lying to you. That's one thing you can never say. You can say whatever you want to say. You can say I'm mean. You can say that I'm purposely targeting people, whatever you want to say. But one thing you cannot say is that I cannot prove everything I say to y'all. You can't say that. And the thing, I think that would make some of these people mad is the fact that the things I talk about are not made up or fabricated. I can actually prove it. You know what I mean? And because it's truthful, y'all want to get mad and shit like that because you don't want the truth to come out. You want to remain. You want to remain in the ways that you are. You want to stay that way, in other words. You know what I mean? So, anyway, like I always say, who gives a shit? So, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day now, yeah?